What's up, guys and gals, all you cool cats and kittens out there, social media world? It's the ghost with the most, baby. The mic of the Midwest, if you will. The voice of AACW, professional wrestling. I'm sWs, and this is the first ever sWs from my backyard. All right, guys, what's up? Again, I'm Shane. With me today, my two special guests. Again, this is the first time I've ever done.
Let me take over. I got this. We're Kelly KLUB, baby. If you don't know us by now, there's a problem. And we are the hottest, hypest, high flying tag team in not only our own company, but Indiana in general. The whole Midwest, if not the whole world. We're young, we're hot, and we fly high. Now go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Oh, well, of course. Well, before I was so rudely interrupted, what I was gonna say was I have, again, I couldn't say it any better myself, guys. So again, with me today, I have the Kelly KLUB. Tanner Kelly, Cody Heath. Gentlemen, you've obviously already introduced yourselves. They know that you're the highest flying, the hottest, the youngest, the craziest tag team, and not just AACW professional wrestling, but as you're claiming, in the state of Indiana. Guys, that's a big claim, so let's go ahead and start on a big question. Okay. Tanner Kelly just stepped out of the box from this tag team here about a week ago. He got the first win that will technically be the first win under the Kelly KLUB. So my first question is, Cody, how do you feel about that? Does that bother you that you weren't able to be there? Does it bother you that he got the win? Would you have rather been the one in a singles match first to get the win? Cody?
No, man. He deserves everything that he's worked for. I mean, he's the one who put this group together. Us three individually, we all came together. And we're like, I mean, we're probably like some of like the best, newest people to come out. So, like I said, I mean, do I wish it was me? I mean, no. I mean, he deserves it. We had to choose who did it, and we obviously chose him because he is honestly the whole person put this together, and he deserves it. Every chance he gets, I tell him to go out and get his. Although Kelly KLUB is us, at the same time, we got to think about our own career.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate that. I really do.
Well, Tendo, let me ask you the same question. Then, obviously, again, you stepped out of your comfort zone. You went to another territory. You know, you got a huge victory over a 20-plus year veteran and Justin Danger. 1, 2, 3. You got the win. How did that feel for you in that moment, man?
Man, it felt like a movie. That's the only thing I can put it in. Is it felt like I wasn't even present. It felt like I was in third person watching a match. I just felt like the man. I really did.
That's because you are the man, Mr. 365.
All the time.
The Mr. Main Event, right?
Yes, Mr. Main Event.
Now, all right, guys, so let's go ahead and stay on topic here. I love how you guys boost your egos. Man, again, you guys are like a new form of the Rockers.
Oh, yeah.
If you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got your Sean, you got your Janetti. I'm not pointing fingers of who's who. I'm just doing my job and saying that, yes, I do see a very hyped tag team. As a hyped tag team, my next question is very important. And, again, we'll go ahead and we'll start with you on this one. Last month, you guys had a huge moment in both your young careers when you guys not only called out the Prophet Justin Terrell, the only Grand Slam champion, the AACW World Heavyweight Champion, and AACW Eternal Excellence Champion. You guys came out and you interrupted a celebration. You interrupted the Golden Prophecy celebration.
Yes, sir.
What were your guys' thoughts, Tanner? We'll start with you.
It just had to be done. They're just running rampant in AACW, and I think it's kind of bullshit, honestly, because, let's be honest, they can't just run the show on their own like the NWO.
So speak to that, brother. That's for sure.
I like the nod from the NWO to the two space. That's kind of nice. Brian, what's your thoughts on that, man? Again, you know, you guys came out, you interrupted, again, not just the Prophet, but the entire Golden Prophecy. The newest member at the time was Mike King.
Yeah.
And you kind of spoiled his little celebration, his introduction into the Golden Prophecy. So what was going through your head, man? You and Tanner out there, you're on the mic.
At the time, we really didn't know what was going on. We knew that there was an open challenge, but we knew with like the Golden Prophecy, at some point they were going to do something, and we just didn't know when. And as soon as that belt rung and we saw Justin get thrown, because, I mean, Justin just doesn't get hurled like that. we knew something was up. And so me and Tanner got ready behind that curtain. We pulled the music guy to the side and we told him, hey, go tell them to play our music and be ready. And so we did. And I mean, in reality, it was like the toughest thing we did, but at the same time, we had to do it because not only had they disrespected us, not only had they disrespected the fans, because the fans are what gives us what we have. I mean, the crowd reaction, thank you guys. You guys are letting us like live our dream, basically.
Those
we
fans are paying good hard money to
Yep.
watch a wrestling match, and they got the finger poke of doom.
Yep.
You're gonna tell me you're gonna drive 2 hours away, let's just say,
This is
to watch
true.
the finger poke of doom? Come on
This is
now.
true.
Yeah, and it was very disrespectful to people like Marcus Fine, who runs around everywhere in Indiana
Yes.
just to see a good show. And an open challenge, whenever you get told the previous month, I mean, you think it's going to be huge. You think it's going to be somebody, like, big. And we got that. And, I mean, at the point, it has to be between the point where, like, you just can't take it anymore. And another thing, personally, is whenever Justin, kicked you in the head, we felt like it was our responsibility. If not us, then maybe Bulletproof. Although, like, we do have respect for you guys, we can respect the fact that you guys are behind his back as well. So thank you guys for stepping up for that. You guys had bigger plans that night, so we felt like, we should introduce ourselves a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, guys, I think, if you're going to come in as you're hyping yourself up, as this and that and this, that's all great and dandy. But the way I saw it from the commentary table, you guys came out and you guys did something that very few, like you mentioned myself, I stood up to the prophecy and look what happened to me. You guys stood up to the prophecy and, well, we all know how the night ended for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
So my next question is this. Let's go ahead and get into a touchy subject, gentlemen. Brian, we'll go back to you first now. My son Tanner's about to get kicked in the head. I know what that feels like from the Prophet. That put me down. I was in the ER. I had a mild concussion. I had a headache for over 2 weeks, but I still had a job to do, and I did it. At the end of that night, I can honestly say from the bottom of my black heart, I have no regrets on throwing that damn towel in because I did in my heart what I thought was right, like I've always tried to do. See, that if that makes me a bad guy in some people's eyes, then it makes me a bad guy. Because at the end of the day, if I can rest my head on my pillow knowing in my day I did what I thought was right and didn't care what no one else thought, then I can go to sleep at night. So I protected him. Unfortunately, yes, I did take an opportunity away from you and him for the World's Championship and the Eternal Excellence Championship. What's your thoughts on that?
At the time, I was super heated because it felt like you didn't want to see him succeed. And then I thought about it from a father standpoint, like who wants to see their child get in the head? But at the same time, at the same token, whenever I was pulled out of the ring and I felt grabbing on my hair and I saw you, I just it clicked and I was just so pissed off because we're young. But at the same time, imagine what we could have done if we would have won. Because I was right there. I could have somehow broke free, but then I saw you with a towel, and you threw it in. But at the same time, through that thought process at the beginning, he got kicked in the head anyway, and you still threw it in. Even though it was after you threw it in. But at the same time, it's like, why? I don't know. Now I'm a little bit, less worried that you're just going to stab us in the back every single chance you get.
But it's not. You gotta think of it from a
I know.
standpoint.
That's how I think about it now.
So what's your thoughts on that, man?
I mean,
obviously
I
Justin
understand.
being a scumbag that he is, he still did the unthinkable and kicked you in the, like father, like son, right?
Yeah.
But still, at the time, because here's the thing, I didn't talk to you for a week after that. I didn't see you after the show. I didn't see you, anything. I didn't talk to you on the phone. Nothing.
Straight to the yard.
So, it was what was your thoughts on that, man? When the towel was thrown in. That was a big opportunity for you guys.
It was, but at the same time, I definitely understand and feel why you did that. But at the same time, we could have got that opportunity. We could have won the championships. But in reality, could we have really beat Justin Terrell and Mike King?
Well, whenever you hit that sliced bread, man. Whenever you hit that sliced bread, I thought it was game over. The 1, the 2, he just barely stopped. it was so close.
The next question that I have for you guys, this has been a hot topic because obviously you guys watch my lives and things like that, and thank you guys out there for watching my lives and stuff too. Thank you guys, for tuning in for this and stuff. My next question, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. On recent lives, you are over here talking about this, and you're over here talking about that. I made a comment earlier. You guys are like a new form of the Rockers. You're making it very crystal clear that you're Sean. You're making it crystal clear to everybody else that you're Jannetty. Now, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with Marty, but he's not Sean. So my question is, we'll go with you first. Are you the Shawn Michaels of this tag team?
Hold up, before you answer. Why the Rockers? Why can we not be DX where everybody is great? You've made like so many.
Because I just feel like in my heart of hearts, again, I might make some enemies by saying this, but at the bottom of my heart, it's no disrespect. You're a young team, a lot of talent, high energy, high flying,
Listen.
But let the man answer the question. Let the man answer the question.
We're still the family regardless. I mean, you can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, we're still family.
I'm just doing my job. All right, Cody.
I would have the same blessing as you. I mean, you did get that show, but I mean, think about it. At that gauntlet, the same night, he wrestled a match before you.
Because he's the Shawn.
He wrestled a match before you. You still beat him. Much respect to you. Can you just shake my hand real quick?
But,
much respect to you, bro.
But
much respect
in respect to Justin, as being a 20-plus year veteran, you're always knowing in the back of your mind that you might have to go 60 minutes. So wrestling a match prior, that was a 5-minute match, give or take, doesn't necessarily mean that Justin was out, because from where I was sitting,
I mean, Justin
was working him over pretty good, It's just Tanner got the offense on him, so... All right, let's do this.
If I didn't have bums trying to challenge me to matches whenever they haven't showed up,
this ain't Kelly KLUB. See, this is sWs. And I had a question. They want to know the answer. I want to know the answer. I said I was going to ask the hard questions. And when I say I'm going to do something, by God, I'm going to do it. So again, my question to you is, I've heard the bickering. I've heard it from everyone else. Do you, in your heart of hearts, believe that you are the Shawn Michaels of this tag team? And that would make him Jannetty. And again, no disrespect to the Marty Jannetty fans out there. I don't disrespect Marty Jannetty. But again, my personal opinion is, you're not Shawn. So the question is, are you Shawn of this tag team? Do you see yourself that way?
I mean, if people want to...
It's not about people.
Okay.
It's not about people. We all read the comments.
Yes.
We've been reading them for months.
Yes.
I want to know your personal opinion. I want to hear from your mouth.
Okay.
Are you the Shawn Michaels of this team, which makes him Jannetty?
I mean, yeah.
Brian, how do you feel about that, man?
Unfortunately.
I mean, all right, I can see it. Like I said, I mean, I think of myself as like a Triple H, to be honest with you. But anyways, either way, I mean, at the end of the day, we're still brothers.
Still makes him Shawn, though.
We're still brothers.
But it still technically makes him Shawn. I mean, you can be the cerebral assassin. You can be the king of kings. You can be the game. But you're never going to be Mr. Main Event, Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. Hall of Fame, the icon, the main event.
I love you guys. But I mean, like, we have a show tomorrow
Still
night.
makes him Shawn.
We have a show tomorrow night, and it feels like you're pushing us a little...
No, I would never do that. No.
No?
Okay.
Okay.
No. And speaking of that, I do want to get in that really quick because that was another question that I had. So let's go ahead and fast forward to that question, and then we're going to rotate back to what would be my last question. So let's go ahead and go to tomorrow night. TCW, Traditional Championship Wrestling. Jeffersonville. You guys are going to be taking on some really good friends of mine. Bulletproof Posse. Now, I'm not going to come at you and be like, oh, it's a big secret. Whose corner is he going to be in? We all know whose corner I'm going to be in. I've made it crystal clear. It's nothing against you guys, but it is, however, against you.
Listen.
Because, no, you listen. Because, see, here's the thing, kid. This is my show. So, you will answer the question as I ask it. you're going to be facing off against some good buddies of mine. And to be honest, they're going to beat your guys' asses from pillar to post. So my first question of a three-parter is, how does it feel knowing that as a father, I got to sacrifice you to teach him a lesson?
I mean,
I'm sorry, man, that you got involved in this.
We did last the longest with
listen.
VPP.
Listen, if you have something to say it now. Say it in front of these people.
I don't have anything to say. I've already said what I needed to say.
Because the way you've been acting, it's crazy. I don't know what I did. I mean, I really don't. But you've been throwing me under the bus for a minute.
I mean, it's no secret.
What's going on?
It's no secret.
I mean, yeah, it's no secret.
I've already told you, you know. No, I like you. Hell, I even respect you. Hell, I'll shake your hand right now. Doesn't mean I trust you. Do you trust me? Because the last time you shook my hand, I super kicked you in the face. So do you trust me because I shook your hand? Do I trust you because you shook mine? No, it doesn't change my opinion. I think you're a great kid. I think you got a great future. I think you got a hell of a tag team partner, but he's already made it clear he's the Sean. So that makes you Janetti, man. So I guess my thing for you is, how much of this do you have right there?
Man, I got enough to, like...
Is that going to be enough to get you guys past Bulletproof Posse tomorrow?
Yeah, it is.
Are you guys going to be able to go out there? Obviously, you've had a little spit spat. Are you guys going to be able to go out there and have that chemistry that we're so used to seeing from Kelly KLUB?
At the end of the day, we're still brothers. Whatever we say right here, this is all gone by tonight. It won't be here
See,
tomorrow.
you guys are like the Rockers, man. That's pretty cool. And you guys are like DX
Yeah, you say
and
we're
Sean.
like the Rockers, so what are you hitting at? Like, do you think he's going to, like,
No,
turn on me someday,
because I even just said, you guys are like the Rockers, man. You guys are like DX. You guys are Sean and Hunter. You guys have a brotherhood. You just made it very clear in front of me and these people that at the end of the day, you're going to do what's best for you. But at the end of the day, he's going to do what's best for him. But at the end of the day, you're going to shake hands, you're going to too sweet, you're going to hug. What brothers are going to do what brothers are going to do, right? All right, so my next question to both of you, you feel free to answer how you'd like. Do you have any offense going in? Do you have a strategy against the AACW World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions? I mean, guys, they're champions. This is a group that has been together now for a while. Yes, you guys are new and up and coming, and I get that, and I respect the hell out of that. But these guys are together. There is no Sean, there is no Janae, there is no Hunter, there is no Rock and Austin. No, it is Ricky Most Wanted Guns, King Chaos, Chris Chaos, Shorty P Knuckles, Scrubby. This is a unit. Are we going to be able to get the Kelly KLUB that we know we can? But obviously, you guys have made it clear you're going to do what's best for you at the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
But we have
What are you guys doing going in, man,
we have a
against
tag
Bulletproof?
match. It's not a singles match, so
Yeah.
we're obviously not going to be about ourselves.
exactly.
True, and that's a great answer. I
so-
appreciate that.
We're a unit now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Being young, we can
Let
not
me just-
only...
Not to interrupt you, go ahead and say what you're going to say, but let me ask this question and let it ponder in your head.
Okay.
In your head. How big of a win would this be to beat World Tag Team Champions? Now, continue with what you said, but let that ponder around for a quick second. Jim.
With me and him, we're young, and those dudes, they have some years on us. So fortunately, as far as thinking and even like somehow strategizing, I mean, we're young, we can do a lot. I mean, they're together as a team, they're at least 400 plus. With me and him, I'm the muscle, he's the fly. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we can do stuff. Like, I mean, I can throw him, he can throw me. Like, I mean, we have that. We have that not only, like, chemistry, but at the same time, we just have everything that a kind of like a street profits have, in a way. Not like we're partiers or anything, but as far as, you know, you have the small guy that can fly, Montez Ford, and you have me, Angelo Dawkins, that is a big
Nice
man
reference.
that can...
Good tag team,
Get
Street
to him,
Profits.
yep.
Yeah. I like the reference. I think that's pretty dope, man. Honestly, that's a cool reference. Tanner, my question after that was, what would this win mean for Kelly KLUB, man, beating the Bulletproof Posse?
It would honestly be the biggest win in the Kelly KLUB.
It would be your guys' only win as a tag team.
As
Now,
a
has
tag
that 0 and 2 messed with your minds? Has it mentally messed you
No.
guys up? Does it
No.
make you guys doubt anything,
We
or
don't
does it
really-
make you stronger and hungrier and faster and
Makes
want
us
it more?
This
Yeah,
whole
makes us
week,
want
I've been
more.
hitting the weight room because I know they're big guys, and I know that mentally, I am prepared. Physically, I am also prepared. You know,
You look good.
We may not be the number one contenders.
It's crazy, I'm on here like giving him. What the hell is happening?
We may not be the number one contenders, but at the same time, did the team that is up for the belts really deserve it? You know, they had their chance, in my opinion.
Are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about the Dirty Birds.
Dirty
I don't
Birds?
know if they sugarcoat it. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, this is sWs, man.
What did they do to like make that happen? If I remember correctly, weren't they in that tag match?
Yeah.
That, you know, they had their chance, and honestly, I feel like if we get this win, I say within a year or sooner,
you might see the belts on the Kelly Club.
Guys, that's a huge statement right there. I hope Bulletproof Posse is watching this, or will be watching this soon when I air this here shortly. But guys, I got a couple more questions, then we'll go ahead and wind this down. I first off just want to say, like, again, publicly, I would just like, I hate that I'm gonna do this, but I'd like to just shake your hand. You've earned my respect here. You've earned it. You've said the right things, so let's see if you can act on those things. You got my respect, kid. You got my respect. I'll give you that. Don't turn your back too soon, but still. Alright. We like to have fun, guys. But alright, for real, again, a couple more questions, guys, and then we'll go ahead and get off here. Big question that I have for you guys. If you guys could be the AACW World Tag Team Champions, and I want to speak about AACW because obviously that's where you guys got your start, that's where your career is, you know what I mean? That's the mothership, that's home. So let's go ahead and go to the AACW World Tag Team Championships. You guys win the championships later down the road. Who's the team you guys want to take them off of, and why?
PPP.
Yeah, we feel like our first ever experience together as a team. I mean, we've done stuff in the yard. I mean, like we
You guys have lasted longer than anybody else has. So
we feel like mentally, emotionally, physically that Bulletproof Posse will take us to our limits, and if we can take the belts off them, no, they're the best tag team in AACW. We don't have to sugarcoat. They're the best tag team in AACW. Not only can they perform well, not only can they speak well, they can do everything. But you want to know who else can do that, if not better? Us.
Again, guys.
Not just speak it, we do it in the ring.
Exactly.
Again, guys, that's big talk. Again, from Young Guns. But see, I love that, though, because here's the thing. The next part of that question was going to be, and you've kind of already answered it. I was going to ask, who do you think is the best tag team in the company right now besides you guys?
Posse.
But obviously you guys answered that question.
Easily Bulletproof Posse, because like I said, they have everything. They are probably the greatest tag team of all time in AACW history. I mean, that means that they're better than Cash and Terrell together. They are the best. But at the same time, we build them and build them up. But as soon as they come crashing down and we're on top, where does that put us? In reality.
All right, guys, I got 1.5 more, and then, like I said, we'll jump off here. Big question I have to ask, and again, it's nothing personal. I've made my decision. Obviously, you know, this is a family, you know, but I get to also pick other members of my family, too, and I've kind of picked some other people. So I've chosen to be opposite sides of the ring from you guys tomorrow in Jeffersonville. Brian, we'll start with you, man. How do you feel about that, man?
Well,
and before you answer, just let me tell you again, it's nothing personal. I love you guys, I do. You guys are my team, but those are my boys, and you know we're going to war. So,
in the end, whether Bulletproof
needs taught a lesson because of you, and you just need taught a lesson. But maybe, hey, since you know we're kind of cool now, maybe I'll talk to my boy Ricky, and he can talk to Chris. Maybe not kick your ass too bad tomorrow. I can't guarantee anything.
We're Kelly KLUB, bro, and we want all the smoke.
Again, guys, we like to have fun.
Yeah,
but
anyways,
yeah, the question was, man, like I said, again, guys, it's nothing, and that's really not even a question. That was just me just having fun, guys. I really don't care about that opinion of anybody's. Like I said,
may I still
you know,
speak up?
Sure, yeah,
Okay,
if you want, go for it, yeah.
Like I said, whether Bulletproof wants to accept it, sadly, we were all part of this family. Whenever you're connected to one, you're kind of connected to everybody else. So even though we don't hang out, even though we don't really talk, even though we don't really necessarily like each other, at the same time, we're still a family. So you have to pick your sides, and honestly, I see this as a challenge. I see this as Bulletproof.
That's exactly what it is.
Bulletproof is your main guy, They're your main guys, and I mean, if we can
just
top
gotta
that,
take them out.
yeah, exactly. And at the same time, it's
It's
all
a
love.
life lesson, gentlemen. That's what it is. It's a life lesson.
It's all right.
But don't tell them to slow it down. We want
It was a
all
joke.
this
You really think I'm gonna tell my boy Ricky Guns not to whoop your ass? No. Hell no. I want you to be taught a lesson. See, and unfortunately, Ricky's not gonna be able to whoop your ass quite yet. But when he does,
Yeah.
I know he's gonna run rampant on you. And I know he's not gonna take it easy on you, so don't think just because you're my kiddo that he's gonna take it easy on you. Because
Trust me,
I'm telling you
I've
guys,
had
if
my
you
eye
guys
on-
are sitting here right now calling out Bulletproof Posse on this and this and this and this and this and this,
I've had my eye out on Ricky
Oh,
Guns
yeah.
for a while.
I would keep my ears to the ground very low and my eyeballs wide open. Because be very careful what you ask for. Because just one day, the devil might knock on your door, and when you answer, he's going to be standing there. So, gentlemen, guys, it's been a blast. Let's do this. Brian, I'm going to give you the floor. Tanner, I'll give you the floor. You guys say whatever the hell you guys want to say. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining SWS. Shooting with Shane in my backyard. My guest today was the hottest, the hypest, the most high-flying, hippest tag team in all of Indiana, as they claim. The Kelly Club, Cody Heath, my boy, Tanner Kelly. Gentlemen, Brian, we'll start with you.
All right. Let's make it known right now. The whole AACW locker room. No matter if we're not on a team or if we are, we'll always be in each other's corner. And this is like a challenge to anybody in the locker room, man. I mean, if you're a tag team, we want it. I mean, we want all the smoke, literally, physically. We want the toughest dudes to come at us because we're new. So that means if we face the toughest guys, what is that? And we beat them, what does that make us? That makes us tougher. Go ahead.
Makes us the best tag team.
That makes us the best tag team.
And it would make us the best tag team because that's what we are. We are the best tag team in AACW.
And-
Just you wait.
And that's just too sweet.